What would you do if you found out something you cherished was possessed? Would you try and throw it away? Destroy it? Maybe sell it to some unsuspecting buyer? And how did it become haunted in the first place? Those are the questions we're going to ask as we explore those very objects. Some you might be familiar with, others so obscure that they've been lost to the sands of time until now. I'm your host, Evan O'Hare. Welcome to Haunted Objects. Today we're going to take a look at a horror film so diabolical that it's said to have control over its creator. So before you buy that trinket at a garage sale or accept that family inheritance, take a look at these haunted objects.
Thanks for watching Haunted Objects. Make sure to subscribe to our channel, like this video, and click the bell so you can be notified when new episodes of Haunted Objects goes live. Now back to the show.
Once upon a time, Hollywood didn't shy away from the grim and the lurid. 80s films like Popcorn or the diabolical horror film Anguish pushed the envelope of possession, featuring a possessed film within a film concept.
See what happens when you disobey Mother?
Anguish.
But what happens when a filmmaker actually does lose himself in the world of Satanism while making a film? We're about to find out.
You see that picture? Do you like her? You can have her.
Described as a trans-dimensional tragic drama with a twisted sense of humor, originally planned to be shot in his mother's bedroom, the filmmaker was able to obtain another location. This one more fitting to the theme of Satanism, a flat above a sandwich shop, to be precise. But he found himself in the courtroom when the issue of budget and friendship became a long-term conflict of interest.
What was the name of that film?
The film is Reficul, Judge.
Reficul?
Yeah, Reficul. It's Lucifer spelt backwards.
But why is there reference to Lucifer, sir?
Okay, because the film is a dark arts project, Judge. Everything in the world of Satanism is not what it appears to be. It's all back to front, topsy-turvy sort of thing. So I thought it would be an interesting concept for me to switch it about.
The filmmaker David Lamont delved headfirst into the research. As the writing process went on, David found himself slipping further and further into the dark world he was attempting to expose. The activity didn't stop at David's door, and once filming began, it seemed whatever had been attached to him was channeling poltergeist activity through him. By his own admission, the filming of the short film was fraught with terrifying activity. Exploding candles, sending shrieking actresses fleeing to the toilet, unexplained footsteps, ruining days of mercilessly planned shots. The acts were so bad that the filming was halted and never resumed. David had spent approximately £1,200, and when additional costs arose, he turned to his friends who claimed to have given him a personal loan to help him complete enough footage to enable him to launch a funding campaign with the idea of paying the loan back.
Now, you've understood what's been said there.
Yes.
Did you know about any of these things?
He did mention these things, yes. And that's what made us...
wasn't it?
Yeah, briefly. And that's what made us uneasy to keep asking him, for money. Because at the end of the day, he's still our friend. And I personally felt like I didn't want to drive him off the edge, knowing all that he'd been through.
They also claim, although David mentioned them being executive producers, they did not opt into that deal. When filming stopped, time continued to pass and no word from David. The numerous issues and continued research into the occult had made David very, very unwell. So much darkness did he feel he had absorbed that he describes it as 2 years of absolute hell. David found himself completely enveloped by the demonic forces he had seemingly opened a door to, and became increasingly miserable, distressed, and shut off.
What's the matter, Boyle?
Do it.
Do it!
Do it.
No! No!
It was only when he sought the help of a medium that he began the long and turbulent road to feeling better.
You believed, frankly, that you were getting more and more seriously affected by virtue of this research you had done.
Yes.
What did you do in order to make yourself well, or to attempt to?
Well, I went to seek the help of a wonderful medium. I was diagnosed as having dark energy feeders attached to my aura, known as archons.
Did you feel that she managed to help you?
Absolutely, yeah.
Thank you very much.
David finally understood the power this film had over his life. Whilst it appears his friends were concerned and tried to be patient, they ultimately felt they had no option but to challenge him in TV court. Good news, horror fans, it seems that David is not done with the story of Reficul. In fact, he regularly posts on his social media updates of new projects and frequently refers to Reficul Falls, a feature-length film which will incorporate the original story, but the twist is that the main narrative focuses on the true and terrifying story of him making the film. Exceptional way to turn the dark into light. Can a film be possessed? If you surrounded yourself in evil, could it take hold of your very essence? According to this filmmaker, you better not mess with the devil.
Whether the cursed objects shown this evening are of myth, urban legend, or fantastical paranormal occurrences is for you to decide. I hope I haven't left you eyeballing your shelves and contemplating your latest thrift shop purchase. But if I did, get in touch. Tell us about your possessed possession, and maybe we'll feature it right here on Haunted Objects.
Thank you for listening to Haunted Objects, brought to you by Resurrection Films, hosted by Evan O'Hare and produced by Shawnee Elise Cook, directed and edited by Jason D. Morris, written by Carly Street, Mark Francisco, and Jason D. Morris, co-produced by Troy L. Foreman and Jason Hewlett, executive produced by Resurrection Films and Berg Garabedian. Haunted Objects was originally aired on the Paranormal Network for Joe Blow Media Inc.